Welcome to another episode of Watch Me Do Family History with Chris Knudsen. Today I am going to be working on the same family I worked on our last video. We did William James Bruffton last video, and we noticed that he had a sister, Irma Broughton, that did not have a spouse. So that's what we're going to work on today. If you have any questions, or please leave a comment in the comment section below if you see something that I should have done differently, or if you don't understand what I'm doing, or if you would like help on your family tree, you can copy and paste an ID number of one of your ancestors into the comments section below, and I'll make a video of one of your ancestors doing research on your tree. Let's get started. So here we have Irma Broughton. I'm going to click on her, and I'm going to right click on her person page and open the link in a new tab. That way we keep track of this family tree. And what do we know about Irma? She was born in 1902 in Texas. We have a census record from 1910 with her living with her family in Tyler, Smith County, Texas. There is no spouse listed. Her parents are Edward Thomas Bruffton and Laura White. And it's always a good idea to look and see how you're related to people. I'm related to Irma through my wife, Amanda, and it goes up pretty far into the 1600s here. So my favorite thing to do is to click on Ancestry. I like their search algorithm best, so let's click on that. And here we have an Irma Broughton marriage record in Michigan with her parents, Edward T. Bruffton and Laura White, which is exactly right, and a spouse, Arthur B. Cross. So now that we know Arthur B. Cross is her spouse, let's see if we can find the same marriage record on Family Search so I don't have to type in the information. Arthur B. Cross. Okay, Irma Broughton, Michigan marriages. So I could have just done Family Search first. Arthur B. Cross, parents Mordecai and Laura. So let's go ahead and attach this record. Birth 1901, Texas. It's close enough. Irma spelled with an E instead of an I. Again, census records sometimes have different spellings every decade. So we're going to attach this to Irma first, and we're going to add her husband, Arthur B. Cross. And birthplace is MD, which is Maryland. I'm going to go ahead and click on that so that it's standardized and create new person. So we're adding this marriage date. And I'm not going to add the second one. That's exactly the same information, but we're going to attach this record. And let's attach this record also to the parents. So they will be listed. This record will be attached to their records as well. Okay, now we're going to attach Arthur B. Cross's parents. So I'm going to have to change the focus person to Arthur B. Cross. And that will put his parents up above. And we're going to add a last name to Mordecai. So Mordecai Cross, and create new person. Now, because there's no information on these people, Family Search is going to let me add them, but they may already exist on the family tree. So let's do some more research to better flesh out who Mordecai and Laura are and see if we can find them on the family tree already. So I'm going to click on Arthur B. Cross, and we're going to go to his person page. And here we have Arthur B. Cross in a 1900 census. He'll be living with his parents there in Baltimore, Maryland. Let's review. See if it's the right family. Yes, Mordecai G. Cross, born in 1854, and Laura J. Cross. So now we have a middle initial for Laura. So first we're going to attach the record to Arthur. In this census, they were living in Baltimore, Maryland. We'll add that. Click Attach. And let's go ahead and add Mordecai. Maryland. I'm going to standardize that one so somebody else doesn't have to come back and do that. And Laura. And attach. And I'm not going to add the children yet in case they're already on the tree. Then I have to merge a lot more records. So let's continue to do research on Mordecai. We'll add his middle initial of G. Here's Mordecai in an 1880 census. Okay, so now we have his middle. Let's do the death date here. The more information you add, the more likely it is you'll find a duplicate. So we've got his death and his burial place. We're going to attach that. And then we also have an 1880 census. Living with his wife, so he's married already. Okay, sometimes when you add a sibling, it does find them on the tree. So let's go ahead and see if, no, Family Search did not find them. So even with the birth date in place and the name, Edward Cross did not show up already on the family tree, so maybe this family isn't on the tree yet. Let's see if we can find Mordecai's parents. So actually I'm going to close this and go back to that tab. And I'm going to click refresh. Let's just keep adding as much information to Mordecai as we can until we come across a duplicate. So we're attaching the 1930 census. So a lot of times you'll run into a record that's already attached to somebody. And that's how you find they're already a duplicate on the tree. So, so far we have, with Mordecai, we've got an 1880 census, a 1900 census, the marriage record from 1925, a 1930 census, and a find a grave. Let's add that death date. So death date is, well, that's interesting. It didn't enter the death date. Death date is 1931, so just a year after the 1930 census. And let's save that. Sometimes the find a grave will actually list the parents, so let's go ahead and go to find a grave and look for that. Yes, Mordecai was the son of Richard C. Cross, born 1820, died 1894, and Eliza Lindamore, possibly, born 1819. Mordecai married Laura J. McKelvey Cross. Birth and death dates there. Oh, so his wife died in 1879. Oh, no, they got married in 1879. That's why there's an 1880 census with a child that was born in 1880. So let's go ahead and add Mordecai's parents as Richard C. Cross and Eliza Lindamore. And see if that helps us. Actually, let's see if we can find them on a census. Richard C. and Eliza. So he should be in the 1860 census. Richard C. and Eliza. Okay, he'd only be 16 in the 1870 census, so let's see. Richard C. and Eliza. Richard and Eliza. Okay, so this is his family. So let's go ahead and attach them. We're going to open it up and bring up the parents. Richard C. A lot of times it's when you add the wife. Oh, there he is. Eliza Linderman, Richard Cross. No date or any information. So that's a throwaway record if they don't have a birth date. But they do have the right wife. So we'll go ahead and attach or add that. We're going to add his birth and his residence in 1870. And then we're going to add Eliza up here, which Eliza should also already be on here. Okay, so let's cancel this. So Richard Cross Richard Cross does have a wife. But then there's this child. So let's see if we can copy ID, add the spouse here by ID. Sorry, I'm going super fast. Because we added Richard, it added the son under Richard, but without the wife. So I'm going to see if it'll let me add the wife to this record. That way it's listed there. And then when I go back to the census record, it'll come up as his wife. So let's, oh, we have to put him in as change it to Richard. Oh, there it was. Eliza Linderman, it's probably Linderman. And this will add her birth in Maryland. So I'm going really fast. I hope you're following along. Okay, so there's Mordecai. Okay, so we've got it's possible that these are completely new people. So let's go back to Mordecai. Let's add his middle name, Mordecai Gosnell. It's 2 L's. Hit save. And we have his parents. Yeah, so let's see if we can find Laura McKelvey's parents. She should be in the 1860 census, living in Baltimore, Maryland as well. Well, here's a marriage record. Might as well attach that while we're here. Oh, it's already attached. Laura McKelvey, G6, is that her? G6S8. G6S8, yeah, that's her. So that's how they were created, was the marriage record. Okay, so that's already added. 1901 Canada Census. Attached to Lara Crawford. Let's see who this is. She's born in Quebec. So let's not look at that one. That's the wrong person, and that's the last record for her. So I don't think this is the same person, and I also don't think that she ever lived in Canada, because it said she was born in Maryland. So I'm just going to close this one, and let's go ahead and close this tab. And let's do an ancestry search. See if we can find a Lara McKelvey. So we know Lara in 1900 was living in Baltimore. Let's see. Well, probably. We know this is her. Let's see if Ancestry has anything earlier. Okay, newspaper marriage record, Mrs. Cross. That's probably announcing the child's record. U.S. Social Security Index. Lara McKelvey. Okay, here's a marriage record. Oh, okay, for their son Arthur. Okay. Lara Chenoweth. What? Did she remarry? Spouse William Cross. Millard E. Cross, Indiana. Millard E. Cross. I don't like that one. Let's go back. That one didn't look. It looked like it could be a different person, but let's go back to the 1900 census. That record's not very helpful, is it? Okay, that might just be where we're going to have to end it. It looks like both of them have, birth dates and birthplaces, and we have the spouses. So we've got a sibling. Let's go ahead and add the rest of the siblings. So let's add the 1900 census. We'll go ahead and find that. Oh, sorry. That'll be easier to find with her husband. So I'm going back to her husband, clicking on Family Search. Going back to the 1900 census. We're just going to review view in source linker, because we didn't add the siblings. Let's see if any of these ones are on the family tree yet. Looks like not. So we're just adding all these siblings. But since I'm not related to this family, I'm just related to one of the sons through marriage, Arthur B. Cross. Okay, so we just added all those siblings, and none of them showed up on Family Search. Oh, there was one other thing I was going to try. So let's go back to Mordecai. And let's attach the, sorry, we'll add one more record, the 1910 census. And then I'm going to show you, there's another way to search for people on Family Search to see if there's a close match, even if the algorithm doesn't think that they're a duplicate. And let's go ahead and attach this to all of them. So another way that you can see if somebody might possibly have a duplicate on the tree is to click on people like this, or it's near the section where you look for duplicates. Okay, so we just attached that. Now let's hit refresh. And on the right hand side here, if you keep scrolling down, there's tools, possible duplicates. Family Search algorithm doesn't think there's a duplicate, but you can also search for find similar people. So this Mordecai was born in 1854 and died in 1931 and is married to Laura McKelvey. So if we do find similar people, it's just going to search through the family tree and see if there's other people. So this is the one we've been working on, G6S8. G6S8. There's an Annie Nesbitt Cross. John W. Cross in Maryland, born in 1849. Martha H. Cross, Evelyn Cross, Emma G. Okay, so Mordecai was not on the family tree. Let's do the same thing with his father. Richard Cross. Find similar people. 1820. Richard. Oh, yep, there is a duplicate here. So it didn't show up as a duplicate. I knew it was Linda Moore, not Linda Not. Well, so, and it has parents for Richard. So we do want to merge those. So we are going to click on this ID number, and we're going to go back to Richard, and we're going to click Merge by ID. So we just found a duplicate, and we know it's a duplicate because it's the same wife. So we're going to Eliza Lindamore, Evelyn Cross, Andy Nesbitt Cross. We saw that one earlier. So same family. And this is the older one, so we're going to switch it because I just created this one on the right. With they don't really have a lot more information. I don't need an about, so I'm going to replace that. It's adding this duplicate spouse and a child. It already has the parents. And most vital information in relationships match, and that's my reason for the change. So I'm going to add that paragraph there. Finish merge. And then we're going to merge we're going to merge the wife. Eliza Lindamore is the same as Eliza Lindernon. So I'm going to copy that ID number. We're going to go to Eliza Lindermore and possible duplicate. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Go back. I wanted merge by ID number. Merge by ID number. And we're going to paste the ID number that I just copied from the Eliza Lindernon, 1819 Maryland, Baltimore, Richard G. Cross, Mordecai. Yes. And continue. Most vital information is correct, is the same, so that's our reason for thinking that they're the same. Okay, this says born after marriage, so somebody must have put a wrong marriage date. Yeah, marriage 1817, so that's obviously not correct. I will fix that in a later video. We're going to go ahead and stop there. So we started off by looking at the descendants of Edward Thomas Bruffton. We had Irma Broughton, and we're going to go ahead and refresh this. Irma Broughton did not have a spouse, so we found the spouse, Arthur B. Cross, and we found Arthur B. Cross's parents, and his father and mother, Mordecai and Eliza, were on the family tree, and some of his siblings, but he was not listed as a sibling. So he is a new person on the tree, and because he is related to Irma Broughton by marriage, we can do his work. So we're going to go ahead and stop there. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please click the subscribe button. And if you want help on your family tree, just click on any of your ancestors' ID numbers and paste it into the comments section below. And I will do a video looking at looking on that line on your family tree. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.